Because in my own head, it's like a man that wants a break from me wants to go and do shino. Okay? Actually wants a breakup. It's just trying to, you know, be kind to you so that you will not feel so. He wants to give you, he wants to win you. You know what they call winning? Like when you're trying to win a baby off the breast milk. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about taking a break. Is taking a break the same as breaking up? What are the rules of engagement when taking a break? When both parties are involved, how should it be? What does a man mean when he says, I want to take a break? How should you handle someone or a partner telling you they want to take a break? Have you ever experienced taking a break? I'm going to be sharing my story time also on when I had my own share of the let's take a break. We're going to be talking about everything in this video, so if you're interested in this video, make sure to keep watching. So I want to share like a story time or when I had the experience. So from, I think way back, there was a time when I was in a relationship and the guy told me we were having like some, I think, communication issues, and one time when we were on the phone, when we were still trying to like trash it out, talk about it, that's how bro was like, maybe we need to take a break. And I'm like, you say? Because I wasn't expecting that. Let me give you guys like a backdrop to this story. So previously, when we started dating, like I didn't pray before I started dating, but okay, I liked the guy, he liked me, we started dating ourselves. Then I decided to pray about it. So while I was praying, I wasn't getting green light. Like I kept feeling this nudge in my heart that God wasn't in it. Even though the person was a Christian, he was a great guy, you know, normal guy. And that's why we always say that even when scriptures say that do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers, there are some believers that you can't really be equally yoked with because both of you are on different wavelengths, right? So this particular person, I was seeing some red flags also after I started praying that I wasn't liking. And so when I was praying and I wasn't getting a green light in particular, I wasn't sharing anything that was making me feel, I wasn't having that peace in the relationship that yes, this person was really God's plan for me, despite the person being a good person, right? And so I remember that I spoke to someone about it, and she told me that if I feel that kind of way, like when you pray about something and you're not getting the response or you're not seeing the green light, the best thing to do is to first step out of that situation so you can have clarity, and then, you know, now so that you can objectively you know, judge the matter. And I remember that I could not break up with this person. I could not step out of the situation, and I kept saying that, oh, if I step out, his heart is going to be broken, he's going to be sad, that how will he feel? I was basically and this is so funny, guys, but let me say it, I was overestimating my importance in his life. And a lot of us do this, like we overestimate our importance in people's lives. We overestimate that, especially in relationships as women. I literally could not break up with him because I felt that he would feel so terrible, because this is someone that was always talking about me. Like, you know, when someone meets a new person, he's telling people that, oh, this is my babe, this is my, like, he's so proud of you and all that kind of thing. And then I felt like, how would I say that I'm no more interested? And like, I couldn't sacrifice that on the point of my relationship with God, basically. And that's why I shared recently one clip where one tweet I saw recently where the person said that there's some people you're in a relationship with, you know that the person is not the one, but you can't just find this courage to say no to it, right? And that's how I feel. Like I literally can relate. And so when this person now tells me maybe we need a break, I was heartbroken because it literally meant that he could just at a snap say we need a break, and I was there considering this person for so long, saying, oh, maybe we shouldn't do this, oh, maybe this, maybe that. I was so concerned about how he will feel, but he was quick to be able to say. So in my head, I interpreted it as, oh, he didn't value me to the extent that I valued him, right? And I'm going to give you guys his own interpretation, which is something we talked about after. But that was how I saw it. And immediately it said, the Holy Spirit said, there you go. And it was crazy. I was like, oh my God. You mean I've been disobeying the nudge that the Holy Spirit has given me all this while for someone? And that's why you see when I'm unapologetic about what I believe and all those kind of things, because I have done the other part of trying to please people but it's not like, even though I'm someone that tries not to please people, I've had my own fair share of trying to be on people's good book at the expense of my conscience and my relationship with God, and it is wrong. It will never work. Stop trying to do that, right? This is some months back or weeks back, I don't know, when I had a conversation about it, and I was like, he said, no, I don't even know how we got to the conversation, but he was like, sincerely, when he said that we should have a break, what he actually thought was truly like break, just for us to clear our head and come back. Like, he wasn't thinking of a breakup, right? And so this leads me to my first point about, you know, when a man says he wants a breakup, both of you, or when a woman, anyone, but I'm going to title this video, when a man says he wants a breakup, he wants a break rather, both of you should have a conversation about it. Like, what are the rules of engagement of this break? Because in my own head, he's like, a man that wants a break from me wants to go and do shino. Okay. If you don't know what shino is, God bless your heart, darling. What I'm just trying to say is, for me, it will look like, oh, so you want a break from me so that you can go and do other things that you don't normally do when you're in the relationship. So it feels like, oh, maybe I'm putting you in shackles, so you want to go and then come back. In which world does that work? That's how I interpreted it that time. And I'm one of those people who also totally believe in don't get back with an ex, because I've done it and it's not, and I've seen people that have done it that did not also work. Now, the whole idea of not getting back with an ex is also dicey, because we've seen people who got back with an ex and who actually like took a break, not break up, actually said, okay, break, and they actually got back together. But then what are the rules of engagement? Are you guys have to sit down and ask yourself, okay, this break we want to take, are we taking a break to go and date other people? Are we taking a break because this thing is not working, so let's go like 2 years then come back? Because if you take a long time and then both of you now meet later, it can actually work. I don't think the first thing you should do when you're in a relationship as a Christian, especially, to just up and go, like take a break. Like, for me, I find it like you have commitment issues, except the matter is really, really grave. And the matter is really, really grave. Why aren't you calling it a breakup? Why are you calling it a break? I feel like people that want a break want to eat their cake and have it. So on one hand, they want to still know that, okay, they have a hold over you, and on the other hand, they want to still be free. So if anything they do in that free period, they can say, oh, but we were on a break. And at the same time, they still want to be on your mind, so that you're not totally free from, like, it feels like a situation. As far as I'm concerned, it feels like shackles. Taking a break feels like being in shackles. Okay, so me, the moment he told me that he wanted a break, I was just like, honey, that's a breakup. Okay, there's no getting back together. Okay, if you think that you're gonna up and go, then bye, boy, bye. But I'm not gonna say that that's the same situation with everybody, because obviously I am the person, we had different understanding of what it was. And so that's why I'm saying again, when he says he wants a break, ask him, what do you mean? Let a man open his mouth and tell you what it means. It's the same thing when women insinuate that, oh, I think he likes me, he does this, he does that. If he does not open his mouth, whether Christian man or non-Christian man, if he does, they're all the same in terms of that situation. If he doesn't open his mouth and say, I like you, I want to be with you, you may be setting up yourself for serious heartbreak and disaster. Okay, so that's one of the things that you guys should have a conversation about. What do you mean by you want a break? Is it that you want us to go and date other people and see, or you just want us to clear our head, we shouldn't talk to each other? And yes, in the break, what are you going to be doing? Are you going to be not talking to each other? It's not that you say you're on a break, the next day you are still texting each other, oh, good morning, oh, what are you doing? You are not on a break, dear. You are just deceiving yourself. So when you go on a break fully. Like, what are the issues that even came up? Is it that the person cheated on you? Is it that the person hit you? You know, there's some situations that the person can't change because you suddenly said you wanted to go on a break. When you come back, the matter will still be there. And I've seen this happen time and time again. People even go ahead to marry those people that they knew in their heart that this person, but they still went ahead, got married, and then they started saying this in the marriage. And those kind of people who want a break are the same people who will now pack their stuff and leave the house for 3 days, 4 days when you get married, because they cannot sit down, they cannot be adults and mature enough to sit down and have a conversation about the problem. So you don't want to be with people who just want to up and go every single time that there is an issue. If someone's first reaction to any simple confrontation or argument in a relationship is, okay, maybe we need a break, then I don't know. And now there's some things that I think that a man means when he says he wants a break. Number one, he actually wants a breakup. He's just trying to, you know, be kind to you so that you will not feel so. He wants to win you. You know what they call winning? Like when you're trying to win a baby off the breast milk, you can't just stop giving the baby breast just like that. You're going to take time, you know, little by little. You'll be reducing the content that the baby is receiving. That's what the man wants to do. He wants to win you off the relationship. He doesn't want to just drag the relationship from your mouth like that. Boom. So that's one thing I've also noticed. Another reason why I think that men also do that is when they have another girl. That's what I said before about wanting to eat their cake and have it. So they are seeing another girl that they are liking, and they are realizing that they are losing interest in you, but they don't want to totally let you go. They want to see if that girl will be worth it, you know, leaving you for that girl. So they will now try to date both of you at the same time, you know, then tell you, oh, I think we need a break, so that they can be justified by being with the other babe. Umbano, my dear sister, if you notice that kind of thing, I think you should pack your bags and go, okay? I think another reason why men may say that is sometimes it's actually like a personal problem. You know, some men are not vulnerable enough to share their personal problem, and I think that that's not also the kind of person that you should be with. And I know that people are in a different stage, so maybe if you can have a conversation about it and tell the person, especially if we have to take a break came from just like a very random place, like, oh, I think we need a break, you should have a conversation like, why are you going through something? If you're going through something, then share it. I feel like vulnerability is one of the things that this generation is lacking so much in, because we want to have a relationship, but we don't want to have the vulnerability that comes with being in a relationship. It can't work. Both of them work together. Okay, so if you want to be in a relationship, you have to be vulnerable with your partner. You have to be willing to tell them everything. You have to be willing to share, you know. So that's my take on it. What is your take? I want to know what you guys think about this whole taking a break thing. I hear a lot of people saying, people asking, like, when he says he wants a break, what does he mean? Yes, let's talk about it. So tell me, have you ever been on a break? Have you ever told someone you wanted a break? What was the rules of the engagement? What did you guys do when you were on the break? Did you guys get back together? Did it end well when you got back together? I didn't get back together with the person that wanted a break, but I've gotten back to someone, and with someone who we actually did a breakup, but it didn't end up well. So I'm always against it. But of course, we know of people who came back together and they now had sense. Before they didn't have sense, but now they have sense. So tell me, what is your opinion on this topic? How has it been for you? Ever experienced it? Let's continue the conversation in the comment section below. And remember that you can ask me any question, any topic you want me to address or treat, and I surely will answer. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Remember to subscribe. Subscribing is absolutely free. Remember to share, like, and, you know, give this video a thumbs up. Do everything. Share with your friends. Share with everyone. Let's know their opinions.